Now, today we are making another part of the IG system, inert gas system. Today we are going to discuss about the inert procedure during cargo loading, ballasting of cargo tanks, which is called heavy weather ballast. At that time, how we are going to maintain this IG and what are the precautions. Uh, the basic thing is that inert gas is not supplied to tanks when loading or ballasting. Very simple. Normally, the inert gas, the tank is to be inerted before any loading operation so that the tank remains inerted and during loading or other operations, no accident happens. Now, if the tank is already inerted, during loading or operation, this inert inerting is stopped because the tank is already inerted and inert gas is there. So that's why inert gas is not supplied to the tanks when loading or ballasting. For these operations, what happens? The gas from the cargo tanks is vented through the inert gas main line in proportion to the increase in the liquid levels. That means when you are loading in the tanks, you can see this one. When you are loading, okay. So when you are loading here, the levels in the cargo tank, when the cargo comes, it pushes and the tank pressure increases. So that is why no more inerting happens. So at that time, the gas in the tank with the liquid pressure, it is vented through the inert gas main line. So this is the main line. You can show here, this is the main line. From here, like this you can see with the flame arrestor, this is the mass riser. So these valves is to be kept open so that with the cargo pressure, the inert gas is vented in the atmosphere in proportion to the increase in the liquid levels. Okay, now uh, during these operations, what are the precautions we take before loading cargo or before ballasting in the cargo tank? The following items must be confirmed. What do we have to confirm? That IG supply valve at each cargo tanks are open. IG supply valve is this one, is open. So if you keep this open, so this line, main line is connected to the tanks. So pressure is becomes equivalent to the cargo tank and this main line, and it is interconnected to the PV mass riser. Number two, the vent riser main valve is open. So this is the vent riser main valve has to be kept open. Above two items are very, very important to avoid structural damage. What is the meaning of a structural damage? Like if you keep this valve closed, if you keep this valve closed, and if you continue inerting, or if you even don't continue inerting also, the pressure inside the tank increases. So if continue loading with this pressure, increased pressure at a certain position, these tanks will rupture due to over pressurization. So that is why these two items are very important to avoid structural damage. Now, the deck isolating valve has to be closed. Where is the deck isolating valve? We have already discussed. So the deck isolating valve is here. You see, uh, blower outlet and blower outlet valve, inlet. So basically deck isolating valve, this is the deck seal. It is actually these are the deck isolating valves. Okay. Here is the deck isolating valve after the deck seal. So after the deck seal, the deck isolating valve must be shut so that these inert gas, when connected to the mainline, it doesn't go back by any means. This is a non-return valve. So you have a three barrier here. One is the deck seal, one is the non-return valve, and one is the deck isolating valve. By any means, it should not go to backward towards the engine room. And also you have to confirm that the seal water level, this is the seal water level in the deck seal, this has to have correct level, correct reading, correct pressure. Seal liquid of PV breaker. You know what is the PV breaker? This is the PV breaker. So a lot of fail safe you have. One is the PV breaker, one is the moisturizer, one is the deck seal, non-return valve, and the deck isolating valve. So a lot of so many fail safe you have. No way this cargo must return back to the engine room. The duty officer must check that the mesh of the flame arrestor is not blocked. See the flame arrestor. If this one is blocked, in that case, what will happen? In that case, this inert gas cannot get released. So the pressure will increase inside the main line as well as pressure will be increased in the space above the cargo, uh, the empty space where there is inert gas. So pressure will be increased. If it is remains like this, definitely there will be overpressure in the tank and a possibility of tank rupture. The duty officer must ensure that the cargo oil or ballast water does not overflow into the IG supply line. You know the cargo is coming. You must complete, finish, reduce the cargo loading rate before topping off, and you must stop in 95% or 98% so that this cargo must not reach in the IG line or the water must not reach in the IG line. Okay, does not overflow into the IG supply line. This is because the diameter of the IG supply line is less than that of the cargo lines, and structural damage could occur due to overpressurizing. The vent riser main valve must be shut after completing loading cargo or ballast. When you finish your loading, cargo tank has to be closed, cargo supply valve has to be closed, as well as the vent riser main valve has to be shut. So that is how we maintain precautions during loading of cargo in crude oil or product tanker, uh, cargo or heavy ballast, heavy weather ballast in the tanks, cargo tanks. So I hope you understand. Then we will go in the next chapter later. Today we finish here. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel and like the video. Thank you very much. Let us know if you have any confusion.